Peyman, thanks for coming to talk to McFadyen Digital at NRF 2023.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Logicbroker is a great company. Appreciate you, the CEO of the company, coming to talk with us and share some insights about Logicbroker and your offerings for dropship and marketplace.
My pleasure.
So I just got off the stage with one of your great clients, Walgreens. Talked wonders about the dropship capabilities of Logicbroker, and I know you have some wonderful marketplace solutions. Can you tell us about some of the clients that you have? I think it's 4,000 clients. It's an amazing number of clients.
Yes, 4,000 and growing. Yeah, we have some of the household names like Samsung, Fortune 5 company. They use our platform for dropship and marketplace. Walgreens, obviously, they are just using us for dropship. Full Beauty brand, which is $1 billion retailer. They do marketplace and dropship. Coca-Cola, Hasbro, and so on and so forth. We have actually evolved into the solution we provide. We call it supply chain experience management, and people are like, "What the heck is that?" It's about executing your omni-channel strategy, whether it's dropship, whether it's marketplace, and we're doing a good job. We processed about 6.5 billion GMV last year.
Very impressive.
And we're looking forward to a great 23.
And that supply chain visibility really is a great feature that a lot of companies are looking for, because it's not just marketplace, it's not just dropship, it's the visibility and also sometimes integrating into the first party inventory. Can you tell us about how you do that? Is it through APIs, through certain capabilities, dashboards? And you've got a lot of integration options.
Exactly. So what we do, the reason we call ourselves supply chain experience management is because of those capabilities. It might be D2C, B2B, and at the end of the day, whether it's first party shipping, second part, you ship it through a 3PL, or sometimes your own warehouse, you want to operate as if you're pick, pack, and shipping packages. We enable those business model, and we try not to force down technology down your throat, because we want to have capabilities. Obviously, just like any other company, when I brought the product to the market, we said, okay, API first, all this legacy integration is going to die, such as EDI, XML, flat file, and we realized that that's not going to happen, and a lot of these retailers still have some legacy system. So we have so many different capability of connectivity, and we try to do what's right for you, and that helps us to get folks onboarded fast. For example, Walgreens was on a platform that was a first generation dropship, and they weren't scaling with them because they want to add more sellers, and we were able to migrate them in 6 weeks to our platform, hundreds of dropshipper, because we leverage some of the capability of marketplace, like to get folks on demand onboarding within minutes to be up and running.
That's great. And you mentioned EDI. That's a lot of people look down on that as an old legacy technology, but there's still billions of dollars of transactions flowing through it. So very important to be able to integrate into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the core EDI stands for electronic data interchange. At the end of the day, you're interchanging data, right? You're sending a product, and then you're sending acknowledgement product got up and running. You send the inventory, send the shipment, and it's all interchanging data. And there are so many ways of doing that, and especially on the supply chain visibility area, when we're dealing with distressed inventory, whether you want to put that on a marketplace, on your own marketplace, or you want to sell it on a marketplace, you got to deal with these legacy EDI interfaces. But still, we put that, because we work well with the IT folks, and we tell them there is no lift when you're migrating, and they don't believe it, but once they do it, then they really understand it.
That's great. You mentioned $6.5 billion of transactions per year through the Logicbroker platform, which is really impressive. One of the things, and a lot of Fortune 500 scale clients. One of the things we see a lot in the market is a hesitancy to sign up with partners, technology platforms where they're charging a percentage of GMV, a rev share fee. Is that something required on your platform?
No, in fact, a lot of our offerings, we don't monetize we don't try to penalize you for success. We just want to make sure as you grow, we share that too. So usually, most of our offerings in supply chain, it's just flat fee and very reasonable onboarding fees. Usually we rely on partners like McFadyen to help us with the integration. So that's how we share the success with our clients. And honestly, a lot of folks that are still chasing the rev share model and forcing customers to commit to those, we have realized that it creates some friction and contractual friction or business model friction, and it gets in the way of you growing and be able to be successful.
Well, it's proven that the fact that you've been able to get to be a profitable software company at that scale, and also raise money. You became profitable and then raised $135 million. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job on that. What do you plan to do with that?
I don't know, buy a couple of houses. No, in all seriousness, when I started Logicbroker, which was a third startup, I was a founder, the first one that I founded, my third startup being involved with. I took a different route. The reason I started Logicbroker, I wanted to empower folks around me, whether it's employees, customers, partners, to empower them to be innovative, to create innovation for people that matter. And it so happened dropship and marketplace is what I knew. And I wanted to take a different route. I wanted to be profitable because I saw a lot of SaaS company focus on the wrong thing rather than product first. So we raised a little bit, about $6-7 million early on to get us to profitability. And once we're profitable, then we just focus and grow, and growing anywhere from 50 to 100% year over year. And once you do that, everybody want to give you money. And I'm like, no. And people would say, hey, I give you 30 million. What are you going to do with it? I'm like, honestly, I'll put it in my pocket. We're growing. Yeah. And then we got to a point about 3 years ago, we got to a point when you were starting, we were processing about a couple of years ago, about 2.5-3 billion GMV. Like, okay, we're at a scale that we need to scale globally. I need to professionalize our organization, leadership, develop partnership, make sure we grow in APAC, Europe, which we had several clients. And that's when we went to market. We had 8 offers, and really we decided to go with K1 because they're Class Act, PE company focused on SaaS, hyper growth, and we aligned at the founder. Most of their portfolio company are founder-led, and they invested $135 million in us to help us with those initiatives. And it's been a great partnership thus far, 1.5 years. I talk to my counterpart on a daily basis, very productive, just like Logicbroker, laser focus on scaling and a responsive scale.
Well, congratulations. You've got a great company. Clients rave about you. A lot of marquee brands, 4,000 clients, processing $6.5 billion, made it to profitability, and also raised additional money. Looks like the sky's the limit for you. You got a great future ahead for Logicbroker.
And not to mention great partnership.
Oh, thank you.
With McFadyen.
We're honored to be partnered with Logicbroker.
Yeah, we're looking forward to doing great things together, and that's what we're excited at NRF. Honestly, it's nice to see our partners, our customers, and seeing retail ready for this next innovation and evolution of e-commerce. It's probably one of the best NRF I've ever attended.
Same here. Agree completely.
Great.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Look forward to a great long-term future partnership for this.
Absolutely. Another 10 years. Let's go.
10 years. Let's do it.
Great.